G'day my little robins, it's me Beth. Another week's passed, which means you get another video from me here on this channel. If you haven't already read the title, I'm bringing back like a series or like a video I haven't done in a very long time. I'm bringing you guys a Q&A video. And if you read the title, it's my lockdown Q&A because currently in the UK, as of uploading this, we are still in lockdown. It was extended for like another 3 weeks as of last week. So yeah. And I've kind of gone over like Twitter, Instagram, YouTube comments, and the common questions that popped up I've kind of like rolled into like four simple questions I'm going to answer, because there's no point answering the same questions if they're worded differently. You don't have to watch this if you don't want to, but I just feel like it's a way for me to talk about and get stuff off my chest, and it's a different kind of video, so I'm not completely throwing like J-metal and J-pop at you, because some of you are getting quite annoyed with that. Before we begin, if you want to support me and the channel, you can by clicking like to show me some love. You can click subscribe and tap that bell to be notified of when I upload on this channel. Can you tell I've said that enough times now that I can regurgitate it? I probably say it in my sleep. But yeah, let's just dive into this lockdown Q&A. The first common question I was asked is, how are you coping? Now, if you haven't already watched my lockdown playlist, where I made a playlist of tunes I'm listening to in lockdown, I'm a key worker. I am classed as a key worker because I work in a supermarket. So in terms of coping, I am not entirely like locked down. I'm not cooped up in my house, because I do get to go out to go to work. So, you know, I do get my fresh air. I get to ride on the bus with just me and the bus driver. I get to see, you know, my friends at work. So I'm getting to socialise. I'm getting paid. So really, in that sense, I've not lost my mind completely, because I can still go outside, unlike my housemates who are kind of housebound apart from walking the dog and going to the shop. So in that regards, I'm coping pretty well. If I go stir crazy on my days off, I have 3 days off in a row. I have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off, and I go stir crazy on those 3 days because I just want to go outside. I want to go into town, I want to get Starbucks, I want to, you know, go shopping, and it's really hard because I always have to have something to do. So having my job is hard because to a degree I love it, but at the same time I hate it, because you get certain people that are so rude and just arrogant. Yeah, we get it. If we don't have your Muller rice, go wine to someone else. It's not an essential item. I'm just saying that now. I could go into a whole rant, but coping wise, I'm fine. Yes, I don't get to see my family. I had my birthday in lockdown. My birthday was April the 18th, and I booked it off because I was originally going home for a family meal, and then I was coming back to Liverpool and going out on the town with my friends, but that got cancelled, so I video chatted my family. And we actually do that once a week. I think it's like every Sunday. We've set aside like a couple of hours where we all just like voice chat, me, my dad, my mum and my brother. I ring my grandparents to see how they're doing. So really, I've got my coping mechanisms. So that was a really long-winded answer, but I am coping to a degree. The next question has multiple answers and it is, what are you doing to pass your time? As I've already mentioned, I have 3 days off in a row, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I also have Fridays off, so I do have quite a bit of like free time on my hands, and I do go a bit stir crazy if I have nothing to do. So I have been finding ways to like fill the time. I've been watching a lot of anime, I've been catching up on haiku on Netflix, I've been reading a lot of manga, if you can't already tell, you know, from like my monthly manga hauls. I've also been playing an ungodly amount of my Nintendo Switch, and these are just a few of the games I've been playing. Animal Crossing, because I got it on the day it came out. I've put close to 100 hours into my island. It's a great game. If you want to be Animal Crossing friend, you know, leave a comment. The next game is Fire Emblem Three Houses. I've put like nearly like 330 hours into this game, and the reason I'm still playing it is because they released a DLC in mid-February, the Ashen Walls, and you know, I completed that DLC and now I'm replaying the game because I really want to marry one of the Ashen Wolves. I'm a simple basic bitch. Up next we have Octopath Traveler. I got this game when it came out, and there's 8 characters and each character has 4 chapters you've got to complete. I think I've completed 4 of the 8 now, so I've only got like my 4 least favourite characters, like their stories to finish. And I have a lot of free time, so Octopath Traveler is such a nice JRPG. I forgot how much I loved the music, the character interaction, and I've fallen back in love with the game even if I left my least favourite 4 characters to last to last to the end. And finally, we have Tokyo Mirage Sessions Fire Emblem Encore, or FE Encore. Again, I love this series. I've put, I think, close to 40 hours into it. Not as much as some of the other games, because it's very grindy, and as much as I like grinding in games, it can sometimes get a bit annoying, especially if you play a lot of RPGs. JRPGs, it's a lot of grinding. I've purposely not played Dragon Quest because I'm at that point where I'm just grinding through levels and it can get pretty tedious. And the final thing I've been doing to pass my time is colouring in. This is my Fantasy Princess special, which I got from work. Yeah, adult colouring books. They do pass the time, you know, there's some lovely like pictures I can colour in, and I thought these would be really tedious. My housemate really likes colouring in and she said you should give it a go, and so I found this and I was like, oh, it's right up my alley with like fantasy, so yeah, and it's actually kind of addictive, so thank you, Becky, for getting me back into adult colouring books. But yeah, that's just some ways I'm passing the time. I'm also listening to a lot of music. Oh, sorry for that little glare, I put the book down. If you haven't been watching my YouTube, I've been relaxing. I've been relaxing and reacting to a lot of like J-metal and a lot of Japanese bands, so yeah, keep those requests coming. Moving on. I've kind of already answered this, but the next question is, how was it spending your birthday in lockdown? Yes, I had all these grand plans. I booked a week off. I was meant to go home, spend time with the family. I was meant to have a dentist appointment. I was meant to have my eyebrow shaped and my hair done and have a family meal, and then I was meant to come back to Liverpool on my actual birthday on Saturday the 18th, and I was going to go out with a bunch of friends into town and have like a right old piss up. But yeah, that kind of changed, and I ended up spending it in the house with my housemates Becky and Rob. We got a birthday cake, we got a ton of alcohol, and we played board games. We played Harry Potter, Cluedo, Game of Thrones, Monopoly, a ton of Uno. Like we had one Uno game that kept going, and I did not realise how competitive my housemates were, especially after a few drinks. We also played this game where it's like the best of British, and I came second. Turns out I know a lot of general knowledge crap about my country, so Britain, rule Britannia. I don't know how that goes, so yeah, it was nice. I do like going out and I do like drinking, and I would have loved to go out and, you know, spend time with like my other friends, but it was quite nice that I'm not on my own. I actually wasn't isolated for my birthday, and next year is going to be amazing. It's going to be a proper good time. Besides, I woke up on the Sunday not really remembering much about the night before because we were drinking an ungodly amount of alcohol. We ordered Domino's. I had my meat-alicious pizza because who doesn't love meat on their pizza? Me. I love meat on my pizza, so yeah. I want to know in the comments, like, have any of you guys, if you're watching this, had your birthday in lockdown? Tell me what you did. Share your experiences. We can mope together the fact that we were isolated. And the last and final question is, what annoys you most about this lockdown? And it's not really the lockdown in general, but really the main issue I have with the pandemic. Like, I get it, it's serious, but for me, what's the most annoying thing is the fact that Eurovision was cancelled. Every year I book time. I book the Saturday of Eurovision final off work. I get some food in, I get some drink, and I sit and I watch it because I love Graham Norton's commentary. Like, if you're in England, we have Graham Norton. He's amazing. He's so sarcastic and funny. I've watched it religiously, I'd say year in, year out, since about 2006, 2007. And so I'm kind of sad that I booked it off in January and I was like, yes, Eurovision. And then the pandemic and like all these lockdowns happened and like travel bans, and suddenly Eurovision's not a thing. So I've got to wait till 2021 for my next Eurovision fix. Yeah, that's my big takeaway from this, is I'm so annoyed that Eurovision is cancelled. I've got all the songs in like a Spotify playlist, so I can still listen to the songs, so I'm not entirely lost. But yeah, I just make a whole night and like a whole little mini event for myself. I don't know many people in my friendship group that like Eurovision, so normally it's just me watching it. Ah, glow, Eurovision. Ah, Eurovision. Yeah, so that's the most annoying thing. This has been a little weird Q&A because I don't really know how many of you are going to watch it. But it's just a way, you know, for me to answer some questions that you guys have been asking, and it's a different kind of video. I need to stop doing that because of the glow, because of the window. I've got it partially open, the blind, enough so that there's light, natural light, but the sun is a bit of a glare, so sorry if we're having a bit of a sun rave right now. Yeah, I don't know how many of you are going to watch this. I want to get a few things off my chest. In the comments below, I'd love to know how you guys are coping, you know, with like your lockdowns. What are you doing to pass the time? Yeah, let's just wrap up this video. If you want to support me and the channel in the future, you can by clicking like to show me some love. You can click subscribe and tap that bell to be notified of when I upload on this channel. At the end of this video, you can check out my last 2 videos or playlist depending on what mood I'm in when I'm editing this. Until next week, I'm Beth. Keep calm and carry on. Goodbye.